Hello, YouTube land. Welcome to the fifth and final episode of the Planetcraft 100 Day Challenge. This is a super episode where we are going from day 51 to day 100. We are going to be terraformers by the end of this day. It is also in celebration of the 1.0 release of Planetcraft today. I will be skipping a bunch of days where nothing exciting happens. I'm not going to show you those boring things. Everything will be exciting and new and spunky and spiffy. So sit back, relax and enjoy. We are starting day 51 in a wonderful place that I found that the Wardens built. If you remember the Wardens, they are the people that I've been finding plaques and stuff all around the relics, the ancient relics and things like that. So I found a couple of Warden keys, went to a location depicted in the cave that was in the Super Alloy Cave. I found the location there and a couple of Warden keys. And then I ventured to find this place. So I'm just going to let it run through and enjoy the ride. P.S. It is a beautiful place. Shout out to the Planetcraft devs. They made a quite cool place with a fantastic obelisk. When I came back from that fantastic location from the Wardens, I spent some time doing some tree spreaders and cultivating some seeds, then built some spreaders, cultivated some seed, built some spreaders. I also did get lost a couple of times in my jungle. As you can see, it's getting quite thick because if you build a bunch of tree spreaders so close to each other, the trees are quite, yeah, they are thicky boys, let's just put it like that. Also did plant an optimizer there so that we could expand the growth, which was it's always a good thing, you know. Continuing on today, I went to the zeolite cave and I put down a tier 3 drill. Of course, the tier 3 drills, you can choose what you would like to drill. Every now and again it does pop as something random in there, but 99% of the time you do drill what you want to drill. And I put down a zeolite drill, which made sure that I can get a bunch of zeolite. I also unlocked the T5 drill, in essence, to add the pressures to the planet, of course, and increase. That's a massive game changer. I plonked down a couple of those. With my explorations, I did find a fantastic cave with a super ship. This is one of the Warden ships, of course, and as you could have seen in that earlier clip, that they basically also got stranded on this planet. So that ship was absolutely beautiful and very cool looking, of course. So as you can see, we're just having a look at the map. The map I have shows a lot of interesting things, places I can put down a couple of drills and things like that, and also where I am on the map. So I'm just exiting the cave. This is the area where I found the location for that other place. I know it's slightly swapped around, but unfortunately I didn't record the footage for the first run around. I did have to do the second one. I grabbed my teleporter and I head back. Day 55 has arrived upon us, and I spent some time swapping out the golden butterflies I found earlier in that special area from the Wardens with the normal butterflies, in essence, that the percentage multiplier is a lot higher for the goldens, of course, so it just makes sense swapping them out, which means my terraformation index goes a lot higher and a lot faster and better, you know, stronger, better, faster. That is indeed our purpose. We need to make this planet a paradise and make sure there's no fossil fuel burning. We only use renewable energy. I did find a bunch of golden effigies over the time, and look at my beautiful display case with all my trophies. I think it's fantastic. I also built my first water life collector. This is to get phytoplankton and some fish. This is massive developments because with phytoplankton and I can do my own fish eggs. I can do my own frog eggs. And as you can see here, I built a massive aquarium, forgetting that I built one of the smaller ones earlier. Put a couple of fishies in. Unfortunately, there was a slight bug where the fishies didn't swim around initially. Only when you leave and you come back, then the fishies do swim around a bit. When you put them initially in, they're not there. Then I remembered, oh yes, I have smaller aquariums that I can actually also put a couple of fishies in. But as everything, the bigger ones are better, bigger, better, stronger. As we can look at the stats are growing nicely. We're over 300 GTI. We're close to getting to the amphibians, the old froggies. And our animals bioindex is biomass also increasing. Day 61 came around and I found myself the ship at the waterfall that you guys saw in the previous video, and then I built the fusion reactor, fusion cells, to be able to open up all the walls, and I found a massive vault on the inside with a bunch of Terra tokens. Also today I unlocked the portal, which means that I can use some quartz, some pulsar quartz and other quartz to open portals and gateways to other locations on the planet. And of course there's a fantastic loot inside there. This whole portal thing does give me a lot of Stargate vibes, you know, but which makes sense because there's, you know, Stargate, so it just makes sense. Use this machine to explore wrecks scattered all over your planet. Portals require quartz to be opened, and you can rescan for locations if you do not have the necessary quartz on you. As you can see, there's green, blue, purple, pink, pulsar quartz being pink, of course, solar, stuff like that. So whatever variation you have. Currently I only have pulsar quartz, so I can only access 2 of those. Go and grab myself a bit of pulsar quartz, open up a portal, and away we go. I wonder if I'm going to see Richard Dean Anderson. I don't know. Let's see. We just landed ourselves on another planet. Would you look at that? No, it's not another planet, it's just another area of the same planet. However, it does have a couple of wrecks, and you of course explore the wrecks to get a bunch of, well, loot in essence, and I'm going to show you what happens. Arriving back at the base, we are at day 64. I spent a couple of days doing the looting on that ship, and we are about to build our first frog farm. They call it amphibian farms, but I like to say frog. Frog legs for everybody, my good people. Frog legs for everybody. From today on, we shall be French. As you can see, I'm currently building a fish farm. The fish farms, as everything else, the smaller ones are a lot better and a lot stronger than the large ones. And you'll see me do this a couple of times because, yeah, I got a lot of fish eggs. So you build a couple of farms, then you add yourself a fish egg, and look at that. There's a couple of fishies swimming around. Beautiful, isn't it? Fantastic. Got my first fish. Wonder if I can get a fishing rod. I then spent some of the day just setting up a couple of rockets. It's the first insect rocket. This is then to boost the insect multiplier by 1000%. And would you look at that? I'm done the second one. Unfortunately, the same as what happened the other day, I made a small boo-boo. I did the third rocket a little too early, which made a super rocket. It spawned inside the other one. But as I previously mentioned, at least the stats still work, it still exists. So even if the rocket doesn't go up to space, it sort of just despawns later on, it does count for the global multiplier. So that's at least a good thing. It does look cool when the trade rocket does come back with your loot that you ordered, or of course if it's empty of course. Then just having a look on day 64 at my frog farm. I just received a couple of frogs in the trade rocket, and when you look at that, they are spawning. Look at that, bright red with some blue underbellies. I wonder what I shall call them. The frogs are living nicely. Fantastic. Our stats are going up. Insects, plants, in this case this would be animals of course, and we find ourselves on day 69. Yes, it's a good day. As you can see, the warehouse I'm currently adapting has got tier 2 storage in it. No, I'm lying. Tier 3 storage, which as you can see is significantly larger than the tier 2s. To think we've came from those small blue boxes and now we are at something that is about, I don't want to say 10 times bigger, maybe 15 times bigger than the blue boxes. Yeah, I spent many days doing the warehouse. It's actually quite fun. Now, the day 70 to day 100, basically, almost everything is unlocked now. What I spent the rest of the time, in essence, was cultivating frog eggs, building a frog farm. Cultivating fish eggs, building a fish farm. Tree seeds, building a tree spreader. Sending up rockets, going to a portland scavenge, looting the resources over and over and over again. But before that, we do find ourselves a magenta sky. It looks absolutely beautiful. No idea why it was this color, but it was. So the same way you do frog eggs and fish eggs was the same way you would do tree seeds and stuff like that, and bees and butterfly larvae. You would add fertilizer, some mutagen, and a couple of items. One bio item in this case, it was default genetic frog eggs. Then you cultivate a little bit and you get yourself a frog egg that you can use and put in the multiplier. As you can see, we're just doing some portal scavenging, then looting, then coming back, looting, coming back. The good thing is the portal stays open, so you can go backwards and forwards, even if you have 4 or 5 loads. And then just spend some time sending up a couple of rockets. At the end of the day, I sent up many rockets. We find ourselves on 1 TTI. Yes, we are already at a trillion TI, if you want to call it that even. We've gone from TI to MTI to GTI to TTI. We're now at tera, basically like a terabyte. I've just went to the beach a little bit, you know. Every episode has to have a day at the beach. And I do like that they've included this as in like a beach section, a beach area. And credit to the devs, they did make it look like a beach area. So as soon as there's enough water, you can earn your day at the beach. I found myself an island close to the beach, and on this island I did find random frog eggs in small ponds, which was also quite cool. I didn't even realize that was going to happen. It was a cool surprise for me. We're looking at the stats. We are currently at 1.07 TTI with oxygen, heat, pressure and biomass increasing significantly. Numbers so high, I'm getting slight vertigo just looking at them. And now we just continue what we're doing, building, cultivating, building and growing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to day 100. Welcome to the end. As you can see, my world is quite beautiful. A lot of water, a lot of grass, trees, machinery, an industrial section, the moon in the background. It's absolutely beautiful. We ended up on 10 TTI. Shout out to everybody else who hasn't made it this far yet, and shout out to everybody who will yet to make it this far. You will experience something quite cool. Thank you for joining me on this journey. It has been fantastic having you guys here, and we shall enjoy version 1 release, which means we will get animals. Yes, people, we will get mammals in this game. So go out, find your planet, become a terraformer, and just be the best you can be. My name is Vox Victorum, and this was the 100-day Planet Crafter Challenge, where we got to 10 TTI.